Alrighty. Good morning. It has been a while since I've been on. I've been pretty busy with running and not getting enough sleep as of lately, but feel pretty good today, so we're back. I say that as I'm yawning. Um, so local time for me, it's 5:27, so it's really early where I'm at. It's really early where I'm at, so um, yeah, trying to get to bed at a decent time and then get up like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Really, it's like 5 o'clock as of lately. Um, it's been a bit of a challenge. So, and I'm trying to be very picky with my trading in terms of if I'm, super tired and I need sleep, I just need a rest. So, but we are here today. It's nice to be back. It's been a while. So, current account size is 1,098, so almost $1,100. We've had quite a bit of losses as of lately, and we've had 10 losses in a row. Excuse me. So we got to figure that out. Too many. They're all small. Average is like 60. Average loss is like $60. So some things I got to figure out with that. So currently where we are in terms of market structure, let's see. We shrink this up. Next liquidity zone to me is up here, so we got quite a ways to go. Really around that 30,000 mark, and then we have liquidity zone down below us. So to me, we are kind of in no man's land. So we're really just gonna watch the price action here and see if anything sets up. But yeah, we'll do that. All right, market opens up here in just a second. Time to trade. So we've had a decent pullback since August 17th, last couple trading days. Nothing big. Overall big trend seems to be more so sideways now. We're really in this chop zone, so we shall see where the market wants to go. 5 minute 15 looks good. Seems like it wants to try to pop up, but keeps running into resistance as it does try to move. A lot of volume here on this 5 minute candle. Yesterday had a monster amount of volume though, so still have some time to let this one marinate. You can see it seems like price wants to try to move up here. Keeps having these little micro pullbacks, but nonetheless still making higher highs off this 15-second time frame. So see if we don't start squeezing up here. Some decent volume here. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, just looking at my 15-minute time frame. I was just kind of looking at when or how many times since August 4th. I'm just looking back to August 4th. How many breakouts there were, valid breakouts, and then how many reversals there were. So market's just kind of been going sideways since August 4th. So I'll just do a little bit of calculating. See if we continue move down here as we do move down here. Volume's kind of drying up, so we'll see if we don't just start chopping like this. See if we start going sideways with it. Did have a 5 minute candle close, and it's more of a bearish candle, so see if it loses this level right here. It seems like it's trying to break down from here. Decent volume. See if it starts to sell off here. That's a good candle. I think we should see some continuation to the downside. If the bears are willing to step in, it can go as far as here. Really, I mean, there's another level that it could potentially test. Charting that. There we go. Okay, so could potentially make its way down to here. If it can continue to break down, it'll definitely test this level, I would imagine. So as of right now, it looks like that might be what's bound to happen. All right. I'm gonna leave this up for a second. Let me use the restroom. All right, continuing to break down here. Very bearish. 5-minute candle just closed as well. So see if we don't get this continuation to the downside. It'd be nice to catch this trend to the downside, but it's really a matter of getting an ideal risk to reward. So I like to see some sort of pullback, ideally. with volume drying up, maybe like up to here or something, and then look for the short continuation down, but may not get that. So good volume too, decent volume as we continue to move down. So from the looks of it to me, I think we're gonna make our way to this level. Have we found a bottom? There's a lot of liquidity right here, as we can see, within this little mini range. So let's see if the bears keep stepping in and trying not to allow this price to move back up. Pretty steep decline. And so who knows, maybe we'll make a V pattern here. A bit of a V shape. Kind of looks like we're making a fair value gap. Can see his volume is moving up here. It's starting to dry up a little bit. So see see if it's gonna keep going up, or maybe a good time to try to take that short position. We'll wait a second here and just kind of let this develop. 5 minute candle is going to close here in 20 seconds. Good amount of volume, decent pullback candles. So let's just wait and see. Just gonna wait for a confirmation candle of some sort before I take any trade. A lot of the losses I've been having, I don't think I've been waiting for necessarily like some sort of confirmation candle. So I need something that just stands out, that's very obvious for me. When I do that, I tend to win. See here, a lot of liquidity on this 30-second. Seems like it's trying to get engulfed here. So it could potentially start moving back down. Let's see if it starts squeezing up here. Yeah, it seems like it wants to break down here. Look at that big volume right there. I think we're going to get that continuation down from here. So I think the short opportunity was right here, right? Target would have been right there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see why we don't get to that level here. It's moving down really aggressively now. See, we just hit 29,500. It's a big psychological number, right? So, see if we find some support right there. Looks like we would have hit target or at least get really close to it. A really aggressive move down. It's a beautiful move. See volume really dried up on this 15-second or 30-second candle. Very bearish price action. Just been working our way down here. Yeah, the short right there was money. Would have gotten filled as well. Ooh, look at that candle. Looks like we're gonna work our way down to here. Maybe we found a bottom there. Let's see. I'd like to see a pullback here and then maybe look for the long. It's kind of hard to say just because we've been going down so aggressively since the open, pretty much the open. So it's hard to, you know, thoughts are, the trend is down, so we might just keep continuing the trend down. I'm thinking at least until this level, but we'll see. It's really, really flirting with this 29,500 level. Had a really aggressive move down. So pretty interesting price action here. Had that big candle. Now we got a decent green candle right here. So this is a fair value gap right here. If sellers are going to step in, it's got to be right here for the continuation down. If not, it's going to come all the way up here. So let's see what happens. See if the buyers start to step in or if the sellers are going to continue to take control here. This 5-minute candle is going to close here in just a sec. It's definitely a sign of bottoming price action here. So doesn't mean it can't keep rolling over, but it definitely found some support down here. Look at the volume dry up. Just gonna wait. Good volume there. So no trades yet, just watching this price action. Seems like we're on a bit of a stair stepper pattern of some sort. Really struggling here to fill this fair value gap. So well, you can see it keeps bouncing off here, trying to get some juice to the upside. Sellers keep stepping in though. It's really struggling here.
Order filled.
I'll take a short.
Order submitted.
Give it a little breathing room. Looks like it might fill that gap actually. It's not a good candle for me. Yeah, got screwed on this. Should get stopped out here. I think we're gonna fill this gap now. Unless this rolls over, I think we're getting stopped out for sure. The thing is it's low volume, so ideally, hopefully it rolls over here. If not, we'll get stopped out. See, it's trying to respect this trend line too. Took a short, and there's no volume on that candle either, so it's not ideal. Big buyer stepped in right there. Yeah, this is gonna rip up, I think. Well, maybe not. Decent volume on that.
Order filled.
See if we can't sell off here.
Order submitted.
Two contracts, pretty aggressive here. Just seeing if we can break down. I like this candle. If we're right, we'll at least test this level. What would be ideal though is get down to here.
Order submitted.
Let's see what happens. Trying to squeeze up here. Stop's really tight. I mean, if we get stopped out, won't be surprised. But I'm really aggressive with this position, so I'm really just, hoping it goes in my favor. If it does, great. If not, we get stopped out. I added pretty quickly. I like this candle, but ideally my stop should be a little wider. We'll see. Could just pop up, squeeze us out. Volume's really drying up. I'd love to see it pick up with a move to the downside. Give us a little bit of breathing room for something to work out. 'Looking for the flush. Looking to. See if we can get it. Really struggling here to just skate on down though. Really need the sellers to step in right here. Doesn't look like it might work. Five minutes gonna close here. It's not really a candle I'm looking for. Yeah, I'll probably get squeezed out here.
Order filled.
There you go. Okay. So we lost $90 on that trade. Let's close this.
Order canceled.
819 90. We took that trade. When did we take that trade? First entry was at 559. Yeah, so we didn't get the juice we wanted. Took our short like right here. But the play was up here for sure. Looks like we might roll over here. It's a bummer if it does, but whatever. Yeah, I think it's gonna go. I think we got stopped out. If I had a little wider stop, I think we might have been good, man. So Bit of a bummer. Let's see, we had our stop like right here. If I would have had it above the candle, oh no, it's kind of a wide stop for me. But at this point, you know, the wider stop could have potentially worked out from the looks of it. So current account size $1,004 is what we're at. Yeah, tough. Tough to see. I think it's gonna go down. Well, really the play was up here, man. It was up here. A little bit of roll over this candle right here. That was the short. But tried to get a short like right here. I think we got our entry right here. And added with this candle. Stop was like right here. We got stopped out. If we look right, just by a couple points. If I would have widened my stop up, you know, a little bit, maybe above these candles or something, we'd still be in the green, would be slightly in the green. And really just, you know, hoping for this breakdown right here. A good target with those two contracts was just put a limit order in right here for a double bottom. Try to secure a couple bucks. And then let the last contract ride to this level if it were to. But it would have been a good idea to set like a level right here somewhere. Would have gotten filled, which would have been great. So looks like our thesis was right. It seems like our stop was too tight. I needed to let it breathe a little bit. If I would have, we would have won. Would have been a winner. Oh, this is good. Good candles right there. So 0 for 1 on the day, lost $90. I like my trade. Just my stop placement was just a bit too tight, and that cost me. So if I had it 98 Just a couple points higher would have been just fine, but need to put it above that range, huh? Above this range. From here. Let's see. Pretty much have like this range to this range. Should have had my stop above here at least. Because then if I'm wrong, for sure I'm wrong, because it'll just break out. But if I'm right, we get this moved down to at least test it. Which we do end up testing it. So, oh well, part of the game. Need to do some reviewing, man. Some real good study review. That's my, I think, 10th loss in a row. All the losses have been rather small, but when you have 10 losses in a row, it doesn't matter how big the losses are, it's going to add up. So gotta change some. Something has to change within my trading. If not, we're gonna just keep getting these paper cuts. 15-minute candle's about to close here shortly. It's a very bearish candle. Another 5 minutes gonna close in 20 seconds. I'd be really comfortable right now if I were still in this trade. I'd be very happy because all signs are pointing we're gonna keep going down. This is the important part of having bigger time frame is you can see here very bearish candles, pretty low volume, but definitely good signal that we're just going to keep pushing down at least to the level we marked. 5 minutes, wonderful. Look at that 5-minute candle, perfect. Decent volume, volume's picking up on it as we have this big push down candle. So if I was still in this, I'd be a happy camper. I wouldn't be too worried about it coming back up. I'd expect it to at least test this right here. But no dice for us today. So I'm gonna call it. I'll be back on tomorrow is the plan. So if anybody's in here, much appreciated. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.